Hi there, how's it going? It's Cloudy Wells, and in this video I want to talk about a concept that I like to call failing up. What it boils down to is using your failures and past experiences to push forward and learn new skills quicker. Even if you try two things that seem completely different, there's usually some relevant knowledge that can be leveraged for the new skill. Say, for instance, you played Counter-Strike, and that is a tactical first-person shooter. Let's say you played that for a while, and eventually you gave up on improving at that and moved on to a fighting game like Tekken or something. Those are completely different games, right? However, there are quite a few lessons you can learn from playing CS and apply them to Tekken. Learning to have a feel for map timings in CS is sort of like getting a hold of frame data inside of a fighting game. Different weapons inside of CS have different effective weapon ranges, and that also applies to some different types of attacks in Tekken. You've got some attacks that are better for neutral game and mid-range attacks, and then you've got longer range attacks, and you've got close range attacks. The concept of matchups and character strengths and weaknesses are similar to how you plan a strategy against the enemy's team's players and their weaponry. Even two games that are entirely different have concepts that you can draw parallels from and use prior knowledge to better understand. I personally have been using this concept of failing upwards for quite a while. I've used it to make some pretty big improvements in my personal and my professional life. I've failed at computer programming. I have failed as a personal trainer. I've had a failed marketing business. I've also failed various YouTube channels. I've had failed blog and a couple of other things, but I am leveraging all of those past experiences to do different things in my current career and hobbies. I spent years of my life and about $30,000 trying to learn computer programming. I had a job in the field as a web developer for about 3 months, and then I burned out and decided I really didn't like it. But through that, I learned a lot about logical thinking, grit from my code not working hardly ever. And then I also learned important things like how to find information and just overall having more resourcefulness and finding the things that I need to figure out and how to solve the problems that I need to solve. I spent about a year studying to become a personal trainer. I ended up reading a lot of books on the difference between coaching and teaching. I learned a lot about the human anatomy and physical fitness as a whole, and now physical fitness is one of my top hobbies. Through my failed marketing business, I learned a lot about audiences and target markets. I learned a lot about value-based content systems, just a lot of general business lessons and the costs of making a startup. I also learned a lot of different sales tactics, which I actually use in my day-to-day life at my job, which has led me to become a top performer. To wrap up, I just want to say thank you as always for watching. I'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.